Well, the North Island has been soaked with heavy rainfall and high winds as well this weekend, but the weather isn't slowing down the Cops for Cancer. The Canadian Cancer Society Tour de Rock riders were at the pedals early this morning in Port Alice for the first leg of their epic journey down the island. CTV videographer Gord Kurbis is following the team on the North Island, where spirits are high.
They're finally on the road. After months of training, the riders in this year's Cops for Cancer Tour de Rock are now putting their feet to the pedals, off on a 1,000-kilometer journey down the length of Vancouver Island.
It's been amazing. I mean, you start off when you don't even know how to ride a bike to now we look like we're professional cyclists. So
the tour's crew have anxiously been watching the weather, knowing their riders are taking to the North Island during the middle of a predicted rainstorm.
There's a whole lot of factors involved when it's raining out. Not only is it the logistical aspect of trying to get them from point A to point B safely, but with the cold and the wet, they're going to experience some of those nagging injuries that they probably haven't experienced before. So it's our job to make sure that we monitor their health.
The crew was concerned, but not as worried as this year's riders. Although they've been training for this year's event since March, heavy rains wasn't part of their planning.
They haven't seen a lot of rain in training, so this will be pretty much a first for them to ride this amount of kilometers in the rain.
Once again this year, the ride was kicked off in Port Alice after the community came together for its annual fundraising dinner. Last night they were passing around the seafood as well as the collection dish.
It's because of the kids. We don't have any kids here, touch wood, that have cancer, but when a little one is in need, you have to step up to the plate.
The riders mingled with locals and assisted with 4 head shaves. Bill Rogers hadn't had a haircut for 13 months. Tonight, it's being shaved off for $650.
It feels great. It's a lot of weight off my head. I'm glad I did it. It's to a good cause.
The weather breaks as the team makes its way from Port Alice east and then north towards Port Hardy. But special attention is still paid to every kilometer of the roadway.
Some of the roads on the North Island might not be as nicely paved as they are down south, so we're going to have to watch out for debris on the road, whether or not the windstorms have blown down any branches from the trees. Even the wind itself can pose a hazard.
Thankfully, though, day one passes without incident. That's good news as the riders are still getting used to the North Island's long and winding roads.
How can we complain about, our calves hurting or whatever? These kids are in the fight for their lives, and what we're doing doesn't even compare.
Tonight, the team spends the evening with the community of Port McNeill. Gord Kurbis, CTV News on the North Island.